Okay, just before we start this video, I just have to mention something. I made this video before I was really sure whether it was actually safe to go out or not. Like, in Sydney, things are actually improving day by day, yeah. We were social isolating since Pangea split up, so yeah, we're doing quite well. There's more trees than there are people here. I think, officially. I don't know, but that's just anecdotal sort of observation. But yeah, as the days go by, there are less and less new cases per day. So that is very good news. It doesn't hide the fact that people are still getting coronavirus. That's still a reality. And it's also a reality that social distancing and enforcements and paying fines of $5,000 on the spot if you're caught outdoors with people, that's still a reality, yeah. But yeah, slowly but surely, normal facets of life is coming back. I saw that some hair salons were actually open. Yeah, amazing, I know. Every day there's about 2.2 million commuters, but now it's only reduced to about 500,000. They're letting the trains go on, the buses keep rolling, and yeah, letting maintenance workers do their job, opening up new work, especially on bridge fixtures and new road pavements. Yeah, they've created new jobs whilst there's not as many cars on the road and stuff. Pretty nice. Yeah, America could learn a thing or two. But I didn't want this video to go to waste, so enjoy the video. Let's talk about hair in yet another pandemic COVID-19 story time. And I promise it's not gonna go off topic at all. At all. There comes many points in our lives where these keratins grow a bit too long and we have to cut them down to size. But to what extent do we cut them down to? Should I even cut them off at all? Do I want a bowl cut or a mohawk, Grand Theft Auto logic? Do I put off cutting it and let it grow until it looks like 2010 Justin Bieber or like one of those K-pop boy bands? Do I dye my hair or just say fuck it and just shave it all off? Decisions. Yeah, just join World's Greatest Shave, which actually I have participated in twice. We make these decisions for our self-perception and social perceptions. And convenience, yes, of course. Although dyeing your hair doesn't really do much for convenience. I mean, yeah, back in December, I knew my time in China was coming to an end and that I wouldn't be seeing my classmates much anymore. So I just went to my local hair salon and just said, like, screw it, just shave most of it off, not all of it off, because I knew that by the time I'd got back to Australia around like February, most of it would have grown back to the size that I'm usually comfortable with. And also too, I wouldn't have to go back to the hair salon to get a trim as frequently, and feels more comfortable for me too. So suffice to say, there's a heck of a lot of decision making that we do when we walk into that hair salon. We come out of that establishment fresh AF, only to have to make that same laborious decision a month or so later, and then again and again and again, until we die. But now that social distancing is a fact of life for the time being, it's really not advisable to be going outdoors, let alone to the hair salon. Those barbers relies on proximity to your big bushy head, you know? And what's the one thing we can't have? Close proximity. What a conundrum, right? Not everyone can cut their own hair. Do not cut your bangs. Do not cut your bangs.
En fait, ceci...
Oh.
Don't do it. Conundrums. I certainly don't know how to cut my own hair, so yeah, unlucky me. So what do? We don't know for sure when the governments of the world will allow businesses to open up again. This is where the family steps in. See, now I decided to just let these thrive, and yeah, my hair doesn't grow that fast, and this pandemic isn't going to last forever. So when I emerge out into the warm kisses of the Australian sun, I can finally let my somewhat long hair glow in that glistening sunlight. And then proceed to cut that shit off. But family always has something called an opinion, as do we all. And they said that, no, don't grow that shit, just cut it off. And they even offered to cut it off for me because supposedly they had some training some time ago, unspecified when said training took place or the nature of said training. So suffice to say, I just noped out of that generous offer, and thankfully they did not pursue it any further. Although maybe after this video they would. Do I not trust my family? No, of course I trust my family. It's just, yeah, family is the first and last thing that you have in your life. When the chips are down, everything's going to shit, a supportive family should be the first thing that's always there for you. No one crews a ship alone. They're there when you have some things you need guidance on, like life issues, or, for example, your education. Like, did I make a mistake? Have I chosen the wrong uni? Should I quit this job? I'm facing some unfair stuff in my life or work. What the hell should I do? The thing with longevity is that you are around long enough to have encountered many injustices. Your elderlies have more life experience for which you can seek counsel on. So yeah, there's that. At the lowest of the lows, your family is there for the emotional support. But there comes a time when you gotta start figuring out for yourself how much you want your family to define you. Yes, the nitty-gritty of life, the trivial things. How much do you want to shape yourself, and how much will you allow others to shape you? Our hair in this instance definitely falls into the mind your own business category. Because your family supports you at on the foundational level and they've grown up with you your whole life, their pessimism is the most pedantic. More than your friends, more than your acquaintances, more than your colleagues, family will have many expectations of you. Your hair being one of them. But as with anything, at the end of the day, you know who gets to decide what decisions you make? You do! And any self-respecting adults should respect your rights to do so. Like I said, elderlies can advise you, especially if they can see that you're about to make a big mistake. They've had the life experience, they know. And yeah, it really is advisable that you heed their advice. But there's the crux. At the end of the day, you decide whether to heed their advice or not. 9 out of 10, I would recommend that you listen to some legit life advice or some financial advice. Like if your family is like a business owner and you started up your own business, and then you decide you're about to make some investments, and then your family is like, no, don't do that. We know what we're doing. You don't know yet. 9 out of 10, I would recommend, yeah, you probably should listen to them. But then, yeah, you still have that 1 out of 10 possibility that maybe you're on the cusp of something greater and that you are making a good decision. But just yeah, there are precedents. But yeah, if it's legitimate advice, you probably should listen to them and follow them. But life choices, they are more subjective. So with me personally, I trust my family on an emotional level, for sure. But style points? Yeah. Okay, look. I don't doubt that you had training in the past, but again, it's like, to what extent did those trainings go? Did you just do like a crash course, like beginner's crash course thing, and then just call it a day? How long were you in training for? Have you had practice afterwards? Do you regularly practice? Do you actually do it professionally? The answer is no, by the way. You don't do it professionally. It's not like you have clients every single day and that you actually charge money for it. You can say shit, but like if it's just like a fad that you took interest in like maybe 30 years ago before I was born or something, and you don't do it professionally, then I mean, don't get me wrong, for something more serious like CPR training, I would be more inclined to believe you because, yeah, those are literally life and death sort of training. And it's imperative that you do not forget what you learned in the training sessions. But hair cutting? Nah, bruh, that's just an optional life skill. Not a life and death one. Style points. They are subjective. So I'd rather place my faith in the hands of professionals. iron out the kinks, go through the trial and errors, and then, you know, look at Yelp reviews or whatever, and then figure out which hair salon establishment is my favorite and does the least mistakes and has a fair price. And yeah, and then after I get my hair done there, a month or so later, when these grow out again, I will go back to that same place and go to the same person again. So fun, repeat business. And because they are actual professionals and not a hobbyist, I trust their skills way more. See? Never once did I go off topic in this video. Never. Yep. If you like that video, then please drop a like down below, and whilst you're down there, just eviscerate that subscribe button. I almost stuttered, but I think I did. And yeah, just drop suggestions down in the comments below. I'll be checking them. COVID-19 story time over. Till next time. So yeah, thanks for watching and keep on procrastinating. So see ya.
Okay, about to get these shaved off.
Can I get that?
Happy Anzac Day.
Progress.
And I can't see the back of my head. I'm not like Emily Eyefinger, alright? There's that. Gosh, after that whole rant in that video. LOL.